So we are doing the chapter number 12. And in the chapter number 12, we are doing the verse number 12. Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasaj jnanadhyanam vishishyate dhyanat karma phala tyagas tyagat chantir anantaram. If you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. Better than knowledge, however, is meditation. And better than meditation is renunciation of the fruits of action. For by such renunciation, one can attain peace of mind. So this is the progressive path to spirituality that is given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You can call it the yoga ladder, or you can call it the spiritual ladder, because all over the world, we have many spiritual cultures, various spiritual practices, and different methods and processes for attaining perfection. In this verse is a delineation of hierarchy of these practices. So what is that hierarchy that has been clearly given in this Bhagavad Gita chapter number 12? So we will understand that if we see the previous verses also, then we will be able to understand. So let me just show you that for your revision. So it all started with the question by Arjuna, who are considered more perfect, the impersonalist or the devotees? And Krishna answered in a crisp way, saying, devotees are most perfect. And then he goes on to say, impersonalists also come to him. However, that path is very troublesome. And next, he starts with the best and he goes to the next best, next best, next best, like that. So first he said, those who worship me, engaged in my devotional service, personal devotional service. God is person, Purushottama. Person means Purusha. God is not just a Purusha. He is Adi Purusha and he is Purusha Uttama, Purushottama. So whoever is devoted to this Purushottama or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, thinking about him 24/7, Krishna said, I will personally take the responsibility to liberate them. So this is the best part. So these are the best type of the yogis or the spiritual practitioners or the transcendentalists. What is that best type of yoga? Just fix your mind upon me and engage all your intelligence in me. So if you can fix your mind on Krishna 24/7, 365 days without deviation, then your liberation is guaranteed. Not only liberation, such a person is already living in Vrindavan. He may be staying even in the New York or Sydney or Kolkata or Chennai, Bangalore, anywhere. But such a person is living in me. You will live in me always. So it's as good as living in Vrindavan, because he's always thinking about Krishna. Simple, right? But it's not easy. It's not as easy as it sounds. It's not possible that we can think about Krishna 24/7 because we don't have that faith. Because we don't have that love of Krishna. So to get that faith, to get that love for Krishna, we have to do practice. So here is Abhyasa Yoga. That is following the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is a certain type or an approach of yoga. It's distinct from the Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga and Dhyana Yoga. Let's not mix everything, okay? Because a lot of people think Bhakti means everything is the same. Yes, Karma Yoga is also Bhakti. Jnana Yoga is also Bhakti. Dhyana Yoga is also Bhakti. But it does not mean that everything is Bhakti Yoga. Just try to understand the difference, okay? Karma Yoga involves doing fruitive activities and surrendering to Krishna. The ritualistic fruitive fire sacrifices and doing our work as our prescribed duties for the satisfaction of Supreme. This is Karma Yoga. And because Krishna is involved, we are doing it for Krishna. Because without Krishna, it is not yoga. It is a useless activity. Anything without Krishna is impermanent. It is not at all yoga. It becomes karma kanda. It won't become karma yoga. It no longer has any significance without God. So karma yoga, doing it for Krishna, that is karma yoga. Okay? But bhakti is also there, must be there. Next one is Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga means speculating about the absolute truth. So just like the philosophers, they are sitting on an armchair or a rocking chair and they are speculating. The absolute truth is like this. Maybe the absolute truth is like this. Maybe the absolute truth is like this. This is speculation. So of course, it has process based on the Vedic literature and Upanishads. Speculation is done in connection with the Supreme, trying to find out the absolute truth, trying to find out Krishna, trying to conclude in Krishna the absolute truth. Therefore, in that also bhakti is there. But again, it's not bhakti yoga. Okay? Bhakti must be there in every process. That is Jnana Yoga. Next is Dhyana Yoga. Dhyana Yoga, meditation process. We are doing and trying to fix our mind upon the Supreme. Just like how Krishna said in 6th chapter, he says, meditate upon me. So meditating upon Krishna. That is Dhyana Yoga. Meditation in relationship with the Supreme, therefore it is Dhyana Yoga. So bhakti is there, must be there. Now Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is always remembering Krishna with love. And the process is 9 ways of devotional service. Shravanam, hearing, Kirtanam, chanting, Smaranam, remembering, Archanam, deity worship, Padasevanam, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, Vandanam, offering prayers, Atmanivedanam, surrendering ourselves to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sakhyam, friendship. Like this, we are doing 9 ways of devotional service. Examples are Prahlad Maharaj, Bali Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, Parikshit Maharaj. So all these devotees are doing Bhakti Yoga. Now, coming back to this verse here, Krishna said, if you cannot remember me 24/7, if you are not able to think of Krishna, just like how Prahlad Maharaj did, such devotees are very rare indeed. But still there is hope for us if we can follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. There are some regulative principles that the Acharyas have made. So these Acharyas are like the master coaches. It's like, you see, in the martial arts, there is a master coach, very wise, very old, very knowledgeable, who knows everything. He can find out the exact mistake in us. As soon as we do some kick, he'll just say, this is wrong, do it again. So these are the Acharyas. Acharyas are masters of the process. So they have mastered the formula, and they create a formula and give it to us. And this formula is based on the Shastras. It's not based on their whimsical thoughts. It's based on the Shastra. And they give us based on their experience, based on the current situation, they customize the formula. For example, we are in 2023. We are in 2020s now. We may not be able to do some activity which was possible 1,000 years back, or which was possible in 500 BCE. We are in 2023. So the Acharya knows the relevance in the current situation. What is it that we can do? So the Acharya codifies the process, the principle, how to do it. This is called as Abhyasa Yoga. That is, I don't have love for Krishna, but I am practicing how to love Krishna. Just like how you are practicing martial arts every day. You know, there is a log of wood. You're kicking it every day. There'll be one day when you can kick it so strongly that the log of wood will break. So similarly, there is a practice going on. We are trying to love Krishna. But can love be brought by practice? Yes, it can be brought by practice also. The example that Srila Prabhupada often quotes is that of arranged marriage. In an arranged marriage, the husband and wife, they do not know each other. The love is not there. But over time, when the wife follows what the in-laws say, that you do this, you do this, you do this, which the husband likes. So then the love comes. It comes naturally by doing those activities. You see? By doing those activities, the love comes from within. Similarly, it's Krishna consciousness. There is love within us for Krishna in abundance. Actually, we are giving it away for everyone else. This love within us, we are supposed to be giving it to Krishna. But without knowing who Krishna is, because of lack of information, or because of lack of knowledge of how to give our love to Krishna, we are giving it to our friends, our family, and to everyone. And the result is clear. We are very disappointed. The reciprocation is not there. So, we have to give our love to Krishna in the proper process. Again, process is very important. We should not do it whimsically. The process is given by the Acharyas from the authorized, bona fide, disciplic succession coming from Krishna. Starting from Krishna, then Krishna gave the knowledge to Lord Brahma gave it to Narada gave it to Vyasadeva gave it to Madhvacharya, the line goes on and on and on, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes on and on and on, 6 Goswamis, and then we have our line of gurus, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur and Srila Prabhupada. So this is such a wonderful opportunity that we have, that this is a bona fide live parampara coming from Narada, coming from Lord Brahma, coming from Lord Sri Krishna. We may not be like Prahlad Maharaj, but we can practice devotional service and we can follow the footsteps of these people. See, the success formula is very easy actually. Success is follow the footsteps of those people who are successful. And all these acharyas that I've named, they are stalwarts. Lord Brahma, Narada, who can be better than Narada in coaching us in bhakti? Can you name any person who is better than Narada? We are in his parampara. Narada wrote Bhakti Sutra, Narada Bhakti Sutra. Right? How to do bhakti he has written, just like how we have Vedanta Sutras, we have Bhakti Sutras that Narada has written. Such a exalted devotee that the Supreme Personality of Godhead personally comes in front of him. That's Narada. So this is the parampara that we have, we are in, and this is Abhyasa Yoga, that is doing regulative principles, which involves rising early in the morning, performing the Mangala Harati, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, following the 4 regulative principles, eating the foodstuff offered to Lord Sri Krishna, celebrating the festivals of Lord Sri Krishna, traveling to the Dham of Lord Sri Krishna, and worshipping the deity of Krishna, and singing the congregationally the names of Krishna. Simple process, very enjoyable process. Abhyasa Yoga, devotional service, regulative principles. If you can do that, then you will develop a desire to attain me. Then we can come to the stage of a pure devotee like Prahlad Maharaj. But not everybody can take to this. That's all right. Krishna is very merciful. He's giving us a separate way for them. What's that? If you cannot do the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then work for me. Work for me. What is working for Krishna? That is working for the temple. Serve the temple. Go to the temple. Find out how you can serve. You can give your money. If you can't give your money, you can give your time. You can give your service. In many ways, we can serve the temple. There is always an opportunity to serve. There are so many temples that are being constructed, or the temple is already in construction, or some maintenance, repair work. We can commit that, I will pay the electricity bill of the temple, for example. Right? So these kind of commitments we can take. Or we can say, I would like to feed all the Vaishnavas coming this Sunday. This is a very wonderful service. Or we can say, no, I would like to personally serve. Can I serve? Oh yes, you're welcome. Please come and serve. I would like to personally serve with the ladle and the spoon, and I would like to serve khichdi to all the devotees here. Please welcome. No, I like making flower garlands for Krishna. Welcome. Please work for Krishna. If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then work for me. Work for Krishna. Then you will come to the perfect stage. If you cannot even do that, then try to give up all the results of your work and be self-satisfied. That is, we can do some donations in some places where people need money. Maybe it is like some place, needy people, PM Relief Fund, needy people. Give it to them and just say, This is for the satisfaction of Lord Sri Krishna. Krishna Arpanamastu. Just think like that. If you're not able to connect yourself with the temple, okay, that's all right. Krishna is giving you this option. You can donate it to a cause and offer the result to Krishna. And comes today's verse. Very interesting. Just stay with me. Here is the most interesting thing. Krishna is saying, if you cannot take to this practice, engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. Better than knowledge, however, is meditation. Better than meditation is renunciation of the fruits of action. For by which renunciation, one can attain peace of mind. Now here comes the interesting stuff. So let me explain you what this is. Yes. The first thing that Krishna said is meditation. Right? First thing is Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat. If you cannot take to this practice, whatever has been given by Krishna, okay, do one thing. Try to cultivate some knowledge. Cultivate some knowledge, like this is how, the impersonal knowledge begins. Trying to get some knowledge. You see, what happens is, because of the conditioning of the society, because of what we hear from our family, our friends, our college, we have a certain conditioning. Now we are hearing it from everywhere, including our textbooks in the school. Our textbooks in the school, they don't even acknowledge that there is God. So this is our schooling, right? And these days, they're even removing the prayers to the God. At least earlier in the school, the prayer, they used to call abstract name, at least God they used to say, and there used to be some prayer to God. Now, the fashion is remove God even from the prayers. That is the fashion. So there's no prayers. The so-called prayers, there is no God. That is schooling. So we say that gravitational force was discovered or invented by Newton, but we don't realize that the gravitational force was already there. We say electricity was invented by Thomas Alva Edison, but electricity was already there. The electric eel is producing electricity. Is it not? The thunder, there is electricity. Everything is already there. We are not acknowledging that. So we want to completely deny that there is God. So in this kind of conditioning, it may not be possible if we say, please rise early in the morning, chant Hare Krishna. Far from it. Is it not? Or if we say, please come to the temple and serve, then say, no, we don't believe in God. So that's why Krishna is saying, Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasach. If you cannot take to these practices, engage yourself in cultivation of knowledge. Read some Vedic literature. Mahabharata, Ramayana, Mahabharata. So many literature are there. Any spiritual literature you try to read, then we will start to understand that there is a higher supreme force beyond me. So far, I've been thinking everything is me. I am the supreme. The universe is centered around me. But at least now I start to realize there is someone or something beyond me. I don't know, some people call it the nature, some people call it the luck, some people call it the higher force or the universe. Something is there. At least we'll come to that stage, right? That is gaining knowledge. The next stage is, better than the cultivation of knowledge is meditation, right? So some people are reading some spiritual literature, and better than that is, going to some kind of a yoga studio, sitting down and meditating, pranayam, anulom vilom, bhastrika, all this pranayam. And meditation practice, at least peace of mind will get, because we're so disturbed in the modern world. We're so disturbed that we need peace of mind. So if we meditate, we'll at least become a little bit peaceful. So better than meditation is the renunciation of the fruits of action. So what this basically means is doing our prescribed duties. Can't even do meditation practice, all right. Let's do our duty well. So if there's a person who is a householder, okay, let's take care of our family responsibly, nicely, so that we don't hear any complaints from anyone without giving up our duty because of any kind of attachment or discomfort. Let's just do our duty sincerely, what we are supposed to be doing. Be a good son, good daughter, good father, good mother, good husband. Try to do our duty. Okay, let's try to do our duty. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, whatever profession we are doing, let's do it sincerely and offer the results to God. Right? So if one is not able to meditate, then we must do the prescribed duties that is given in the Vedas. But in any case, we must give our result to Krishna. That means, does not matter whether you are meditating, does not matter whether you are doing your prescribed duties, that is just taking care of your family nicely, doing your profession nicely, or does not matter whether you are doing philosophical speculation. Ultimately, you have to give the result to Krishna. You should give up the result of the labor. So you must, that means you must use the money that you are earning for some good cause. Any good cause, at least some good cause you give it. So that's why when people give, they feel very happy. When we don't give, we feel sad. That's why they say that some percentage of your income, give it to the needy. You'll feel happy. So finally, Krishna is saying, okay, if you do these practices, at least you will be happy. Yagat Shantir Anantaram. At least you will be happy. So at least we'll get happiness, peace of mind in this turbulent lifestyle. At least we will get some peace of mind by doing these things, right? So that's what Krishna is saying. But please try to understand, this is the indirect process to achieve Krishna consciousness. So that the indirect process involves doing our prescribed duties, meditation process, doing the prescribed duties, cultivation of knowledge, and meditation. You see the ladder. Try to just imagine a ladder inside the mind. There's a ladder. The first step is prescribed duties. Let me do my work. Just like how people say, work is worship. So that's the level they are in. The lowest peg of the yoga ladder. That's all right. At least they're somewhere. They're starting. Okay, that's good. Work is worship. Karma yoga. Karma. Better than this, Krishna said, is the practice of cultivation of knowledge. Cultivate knowledge. Jnana. Philosophical speculation. Jnana yoga. Second peg, or the second step in the ladder. Next, when the knowledge becomes intense, comes dhyana. Dhyana is meditation system. We're meditating upon Krishna. Meditation system is the next step. And the next step is bhakti yoga. So what is the ladder? First step is karma yoga. Second step is jnana yoga. Third step is dhyana yoga. Third step is jnana yoga. Fourth step is dhyana yoga. Fifth one is bhakti yoga. Bhakti. That is when we have faith in Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yes, there is a person. There is God. Yes, there is one person. a real person who is actually maintaining us. He has a transcendental form. He has transcendental name. He has got a transcendental pastime. And I shall engage in his devotional service. I will personally serve this personality. I shall follow the rules and regulations given by the masters who have come in the disciplic succession to understand and serve this personality better. This is Bhakti Yoga. That requires a lot of faith. And this faith is called Shraddha. It's not just mundane faith, it is Shraddha. Shraddha is transcendental faith, having faith in God. So that's the direct process. So in conclusion, what we have to understand is the indirect process, as you can expect, takes many, many lifetimes. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate. It takes many lifetimes. Aneka janma samsiddhir. Many lifetimes. So if you have the time and if you think that it's all right, that it take many lifetimes, let me go step by step by step. Then someone has to go for this indirect process. Just like, okay, there's like 25 floors which we have to climb. I'll go slowly walking. I'll walk for 5 floors, take a break. Another 5 floors, I take a break. 5 floors, 5 breaks. Finally, I'll reach. So like 5 lifetimes, or I don't know, 5 or 10 or 100 lifetimes. Finally, I'll come to a stage when I will realize that yes, there is God. And then I'll start chanting Hare Krishna. So do we want to do that? Do we want to do that? Spend 5 lifetimes. 5 lifetimes. Imagine 5 lifetimes. 1 lifetime is so difficult. I'm talking about 5 lifetimes or 10 or 100. And then come to a stage that, yes, there is Krishna. Let me chant Krishna. Now Hare Krishna. Now I will chant Hare Krishna. Right? So yeah, if people have that kind of time, yes, they're welcome to do that. But if we are intelligent, if we are smart, we don't want to waste time. We want to take to the direct process immediately. Take to the direct process immediately, where Krishna is promising results. Krishna is saying, you don't worry about the result. I will take you to my abode. You don't even have to bother whether I will be able to, I don't know. Okay, well, how should I do it? Should I sit now like this? Okay, shall I, okay, where is the hole? Here? Shall I leave from here or here? You don't have to bother. Krishna will take care. Krishna will take us back to God. That is a promise given in Bhagavad Gita. All we have to do is follow him. Okay? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much.